Hello, thanks for watching a video from DIY Geek. This is Jackie speaking to you. We are doing a little tutorial for the remote SSH and the remote desktop for your Pi from your Windows or from your Mac. Uh, Let me introduce the little thing of DIY Geek if you haven't seen the other videos that we made. Um, we are here to teach you a simple way. You don't have to do any online research, read a couple of pages, do practice hours of practice on your Raspberry Pi. We save your time for you. We would do it for you. You just have to follow our command. Then you should be able to get whatever that we're teaching for you. I'm not a programmer myself. I don't have a lot of knowledge of Linux or anything like that. But guess what? I just do a lot of reading online, research, and you don't have to do it like I did. I saved your time for you. I did it for you, and then you just have to follow what I did, and you should be able to do it. Um, I'm using Jesse, the version of the Raspberry Pi Raspbian that I have. So if you do have that, you should be able to do exactly what I do. I'm not sure in the future version will there be any change, but I'm sure it should be okay because I did a lot of readings, and some of the tutorial were based on the previous model or the previous version of the Raspbian, but I did okay, just a little changes, and then some of them actually save you time. You probably can skip a few steps because the newer version already have the option picked for you. And yeah, so this video is teaching you how to do remote SSH and remote desktop. Let me tell you the difference between them if you don't really know. The SSH basically is kind of like the DOS or the CMD command prompt that you have on your Windows. So you don't have a GUI, you just have the black and white and then the keyboard command thing that you have right here. And if you just do whatever you need to do, if you just need to put in the command and it's already good, then I would suggest you do the SSH way. The reason why is because the GUI, it does have some graphic that you have to load, and then it lacks. It's not like really fast response. And then the SSH is pretty close to same thing if you plug it in your HDMI through your to your Raspberry Pi. And the right hand side is if you really do need to have the GUI to do certain things because like you want to surf the web or need to look in the drives and you need to do some like a virtual machine way that you have to use some of the software and stuff, then you do need the GUI. For the SSH way, you don't really need to, or you don't have to install anything to your Raspberry Pi. You already can use it. You just have to download software on your Windows machine or your Mac machine to get it work. I'm not sure about the Mac because I haven't run my Mac for a while. This tutorial is based on if you're using Windows. And then, like what I said, you don't have to install any other software on your Raspberry Pi. All you need to do is you just have to put your cursor on the top where you have when you connect it to web. You see now this icon that I have right now is because I connect my Raspberry Pi through the Ethernet drive, the jack. So that's why you see the little two computers communicating icon. If you do have the Wi-Fi dongle connected to the Wi-Fi way, you will see the little Wi-Fi icon that you usually see on the other devices. You know what I'm talking about. Just have to put your cursor on top of it, then you will see your IP address. This could change, but at least if you didn't have setting for the static IP, this could change every single time you have your machine restarts, or if the power setting turned off and it turns back on. This might change, but if you do have the right settings on your router, it shouldn't change much. You can probably just guess around with that number, or you can go through your router settings. You should be able to see what kind of which IP address that it's actually active. You can kind of guess on that way. But if you do have the HDMI plug-in, and then if you're set to the router that doesn't change the IP, then that's how you find out the IP address. And once you found out the IP address, all you have to do is just download a software called Putty, and then from online you just Google it. You should be able to find it very easily. All you have to do is open it up, And then you should see this little putty configuration spot. You don't have to do anything on here. All you have to do is just type in whatever IP that you have, just letting you know your IP will be different than what I have on the screen. So uh, just use the one that you see on your screen, not on mine. Okay, so on the host name or the IP address, you just put in the IP address that you found on your Raspberry Pi. The port is default by 22. You can change it through the configuration later, but I'm just going to use the default one to save you some time. I don't want to go too deep. And on the connection type is the SSH. You just have to press open, and then you will see this login S. Like what I said, if you don't know your IP address when it restarts, if you do see the screen after a couple of try of the IP, that means you are connected to the Raspberry Pi. So login S, the regular default login is Pi, and the password is Raspberry, unless you did change it. Otherwise, it should be Pi as the username, Raspberry for the password. Now you see I'm logged in, so it's easy, very simple. You don't have to do anything just to do the SSH side. But if you do want to have the GUI, then we have to install a little software for it. The software that we're going to install on your Raspberry Pi is called XRDP, and what I don't exactly know what it is, but I just know that the XRDP will do the job. So very simple. Oh, by the way, every single time when you try to install a software, I would recommend you to do a command to make sure that you do have the most updated version. The command will be sudo apt-get and then update. You will see I will do this step every single time before I actually install a software. So if you ever seen the other video that I did over the Raspberry Pi, this will be the first step that I will ask everybody to do before you actually install the software itself. And unless you don't know, you see the sudo and then the apt get update command that I did. The sudo, it's basically telling the Raspberry Pi that you are giving this command with the root user or the administrator user right to run this command. So if you do run in problems with the other tutorial, by putting a command it doesn't let you do this and that, try to put sudo on top in front of it. I'm not sure can you put sudo on every single command, but most of the time when I did run into an issue with a command, I just put sudo in before and it will solve the problem. And then what did the update this little update command does is it will ask the Raspbian or the official server that they have on the Raspberry Pi for the Raspbian, what kind of package are there, what are the changes, and once it know the changes, it haven't been applied yet. So to apply the changes, you just put sudo again, apt-get, and then upgrade. This step is to apply the change that it found, and then you will see it's we found upgrades. Would you like to upgrade the upgrades? And then it will take additional disk space. Will you be okay with that? Just press Y. And I just updated. I just did this step like a day ago, and then now there's already an update. So now after this process, you are sure that whatever things that you asked to install, it should be the newest version of it. Okay, the second step is to install the actual XRDP. The command is sudo apt-get install XRDP. You might see the one with the additional disk space part on your side. It doesn't show it on mine because I already have it installed. So if it does ask you, just press Y and enter, and then you should have it installed. you see that because I already had it installed. So when I run this command, it will say, "Hey, you already have the newest version." But if you later on, if the software itself didn't get update through the apt-get upgrade, you can also run the install command of the software that you want, and then it will also try to look for the update. If you think the apt-get upgrade or update takes too long, or upgrade takes too long, you can run this command individually of the software that you want to get the most updated version. Okay, so now you do have the XRDP install on your device, on your Raspberry Pi. Most of the tutorial that I have seen for this steps, they will ask you to restart or reboot the Raspberry Pi. The reason why they ask you to do that is because once it reboots, you will see all those commands running on the screen. They just want to make sure that the XRDP are running automatically by itself after a reboot. But I'm not sure was it a problem that they had before. But with the Jesse that I have, I never had any problem. So you can just save your time and skip that step. And once you have XRDP install, just go to your Windows and then just open on the start menu. Just open Remote Desktop, and then once you have it open, let me try to show you the screen. Give me 1 second. Okay. I'm running a little Chinese Windows right here, so it might look a little different, but you just have to put the address right there and press connect. Here you go. You see the screen. This screen, it's what the XRDP is, and then just put in your default username and password if you haven't changed it. And if you did, just put whatever that you had changed. And here we go. This is what the remote desktop looks like through the Windows. I think there is a similar way on the Mac. I'm not too sure. Like what I said, I do have a Mac, but I barely use it anymore. So there should be a way. You probably have to Google it. But if I did get a chance to mess around with my Mac through the Raspberry Pi, I'll probably could update this video. So yeah, here we go. You have the remote desktop on your Windows, and then also you have the remote SSH way. There is ways that you can lock in your Raspberry Pi through the GUI way or a SSH way outside your network. You just have to do some port forwarding. I'm not going to get into that because the steps could be a lot different from router to router. So you probably have to figure out that part yourself. I might teach it later, just the concept of it, but not the step by step, because like what I said, every router the step could be different. But I do have my device the port forwarded, so I can log into my Raspberry Pi from outside the network. But it's a little laggier compared to when you log in through your intranet, not the outside internet. So yeah, this is a step for it. If you are interested of setting up your Raspberry Pi as the headless BitTorrent box, I'm gonna have a tutorial about it. It's a little update version of what I had seen online, a little tweak, a good tweak, because I found a solutions of the problem that I ran into from learning other installation. So yeah, stay tuned. I should have the BitTorrent box video shortly. So yeah, hope you like this one, and if you have any questions, let me know if it works or not. Just put it on the comments, and then I'll try to solve it for you. Okay? Yeah, see you guys next time. Bye.